Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Today we're reading Icebreakers. I read chapter 3 before this one, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, very good. Chapter 2. And this one's not a dumb, long name that sounds like anesthesia. This is Nathan. There's a hand near my dick and it isn't mine. Wowzers. You know, when I'm looking for something, I'm trying to talk to you while I'm looking. I'm not doing such a great job. Fuck it, we'll do with the hand. There's usually a hairbrush here. Alright. There's a hand on my dick that isn't mine. She's fast asleep, snoring loudly, and her hands wrapped around my waist and tucked into the band of my boxers. I gently untuck and examine it. Long, fat nails, Cartier rings, and a Rolex snapped to her slender wrist. Who the fuck is this? Even after a night of God knows what, she still smells expensive, and there are strands of long golden blonde hair draped over my shoulders from where she's laying behind me. I should have gone to that party last night, but Benji Harding and the rest of the basketball guys are persuasive little shits. As much as I love throwing a party, nothing beats going somewhere else and coming home to a quiet house not full of other people's messes. Unless you're talking about, I gotta blow my nose in video 3. Unless you're talking about the kind where there's a woman in your bed and you can't remember who the hell it is. The common sense part of my brain tells me to roll over and look at her, but another part that remembers all the silly situations we're at her. What the fuck? We've gotten. Okay, I'm gonna read from that sentence again. I keep stupid. The common sense part of my brain tells me to roll over and look at her. The other part that remembers all the silly situations we've gotten ourselves into, and reminding me that drunk Nate is a dick. That part of my brain has real concerns that is going to be someone's sister, or worse, someone's mom. Can you stop moving about? The mysterious guest snaps. What is the fucking sports guy in the early morning? The voice is the one I wish I recognized. Oh fuck! I slowly roll over, and I can confirm it's my worst fear that I didn't sleep. I didn't have sex with Kitty Vincent last night, and all right. My dad woke up doing this in the morning. Fuck, where was I? If he walks in, I'll have to stop and talk to him, shoo him away. As I'm reading my literature, this is my literature hour. Alright, fuck it. She looks peaceful when she's trying to sleep. Her facial features are soft and delicate, lips blushing and pursed. Oh fuck it, let me put this back on. from how calm she's looking right now, you wouldn't know she's an absolutely raging bit. Why are you staring at me, Nate? Her eyes fly open, and she's... Oh, fuck. Big word. I think I know this word, but I'm just going to not butcher it. Disintegrates me with one look. Like a fucking dragon she is. Kitty Vincent is everything wrong with a rich girl with daddy's credit card. A subspecies of woman at UCMH I happen to be an expert on. Experience I've gained from having sex with practically all of them, except for one. I was never supposed to do it with this one. There's nothing wrong with her visually. To be frank, she's an absolutely knockout. She's an absolutely terrible human being. Are you okay? I asked carefully. Do you need anything? I need you to stop staring at me and like you never seen a naked woman before. She snips back, putting her body. She snips back, pushing her body to lean against the headboard. We both know you have, and you would. You creeping me out. We both know you have, and you're creeping me out. I'm shocked, Kit. I don't remember how this happened. I remember being at a party and trying to get Summer this person has a fucking dumb name.
Castillo West.
He was to give her trying to get Summer Castillo West to give me her number, but tragically being rejected for the first semester in a row. I also remembered playing beer pong with Danny Abaliki and losing, which I rather not remember, but I'm still don't remember how this happened. Oh shit, weren't you dating Danny? She rolls her blue eyes and reaches for her purse sitting on the table in my bed, cursing when she finds her phone's battery's dead, brushing her hair from her face. She finally looks at me. And I never known a woman that looked so irritated by my existence. We broke up. Right, that sucks. I'm sorry, what happened? I'm trying to be polite and gracious. Try to be a polite and gracious host. Some would say, but she raises one of her perfectly sculpted eyebrows at me and frowns. Why do you give a fuck? This bitch needs to get shot on sight. I rub my jaw nervously with my palm as I attempt to think of a reason to give her. She's right, I don't care. I just hate cheaters, and I panicked. But since they broke up, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm trying to be nice. She gives me the fakest smile I've ever seen, swings her legs off the bed and struts butt-ass naked towards my bathroom. It's hard to concentrate how good she looks because with one last designed disinterested, I caught myself. Disinterested look over her shoulder. She scowls at me. If you want to be nice, get me an Uber. Thank God. Sure. exact only Nate, it's been bad enough. I'm going to be seen leaving here. Don't make me suffer further being by being cheap. When my bathroom door slams shut and I hear the shower turn on, I know it's safe to scream every curse word, and I know into my pillow. I'm standing at the front door watching Kitty climb into her Uber EX, EXEC, absolutely, because of all the potential shame ranking a hand through my hair. I can't decipher how I ended up here after her swearing this year would be different. Oh, was it just texting me? No, texting the group chat. Sorry. I distinctly remember saying to Robbie, my best friend, on our drive back to California from Colorado, that senior year was going to be different. I must have said it at least 20 times on the 2-day coffee fuel journey. I lasted 3 weeks. I quickly dragged from the pity party I was throwing myself by the sound of muttering behind me. Robbie and my other roommate, JJ and Henry, were sitting in the living room, sipping their mugs of coffee, like the cast of The View. Who the fuck watches The View? Well, Robbie says smugly. What happened here, you little hoe? Robbie's a hob. Robbie's been personally terrorizing me since we're 5 years old. Robbie's dad, whom I shall call Mr. H, 16 years later was the coach of our school ice hockey team back in Eagle County. I used to live in California. I don't think there's a place called Eagle fucking County. This bitch is making lies. Where we grew up. That's where we met and became friends, and he's been a pain in my ass ever since. I ignore him and head straight past their prying eyes to the kitchen, pouring a mug of coffee and giving him the finger instead of a satisfaction of a response. Gulping down my coffee, and it feels like 2 seconds. I can still sense their eyes on me. This is the worst part of living with teammates. Nothing is a secret. JJ, Robbie, and I are all seniors who lived together since we shared a dorm freshman year, but Henry is a sophomore from the team. The guy is incredible at hockey, but has a bit to go with the whole social pressure side that comes to being on a sports team. He hated living in dorms and struggled to make friends outside the team, so we offered to let him move in here. We always had a spare room because our garage was converted into a wheelchair accessible bedroom for Robbie, and Henry was grateful. Henry was grateful for the offer. Even the 3 short weeks of being here, he has already seen him more confident, which is probably is why he's no longer has a problem helping JJ and Robbie give me abuse. Why? It's hard to make up fucking voices, Tyler, you fucking asshole. Why did you have sex with Kitty Vincent? Henry asked over the rim of his coffee mug. She is very nice. Oh yeah, and the kid has zero filter. I'm going to pretend that I didn't, buddy. She wasn't very excited about it either, and I don't remember the second of. This is this guy talking. I'm going to pretend I didn't either, buddy. She wasn't very excited about it either, and I don't remember 1 second of it, so it doesn't count. I shrug, walking over to the living room and throwing myself into the recliner. How the fuck did you let this happen? I am I old enough to not pass off the blame for my mistakes? Sure, will it stop from trying? No. I tried to stop you. I tried to stop you from leaving with her, bro. JJ blatantly lies, holding his hands defensively. You said she smelled nice and her ass felt good. All right, guess what we're doing here. Who am I to stand between you and your true love? I groan loudly, making my own head thump from the noise. If Jaden claims he tried to stop me from leaving, he's probably requested the Uber and put me in with Katie. JD is an only child from middle of nowhere, Nebraska. So messing with people around him was his only source of entertainment when he was growing up. Parents always visit in June so they can join the rest of us at LA Pride with JJ. He's gay. Wowzers. I don't really give a fuck. Probably wearing a pansexual flag ally pin. The time they spent at her house was allow me to get to know them well, which how I know JJ's dad is exactly the same, to the point I don't know if his mom coped with having two of them in the house. Mrs. Jahal is an amazing woman with the presence of a saint. She always makes sure she fills our refrigerator full of different curries and sides before she leaves. And she has always amazing taste in horror films, which might be why I love her so much. She might be the only reason I haven't murdered Jaden yet. Robbie Manuvel's behind me and he wraps what I think supposed to be a comfort arm around me and shoulders. Your focus on school and hockey lasted longer than I expected. Now come on, sort your shit out. You can drive us to class. I have no idea what I wanted to study when I accepted by Maple Hills. I'm graduating in less than a year, and I'm still not sure studying sports medicine was the right choice. Jeez, how many more pages? Chat, we're almost there. I was drafted to Vancouver Vipers. The Vipers. When I finished high school, it was the hard choice to put my education first, especially when joining the NHL has been my dream since I was a kid. All I wanted to do is play, but I know shit's going wrong in hockey all the time. One bad injury or one unavoidable accident and your career is over. Even with the sport of my dream team waiting for me soon as I graduate, I still wish something I've learned in the past 2 years had stayed in my brain, so I have a backup plan felt worth it. My dad wasn't a fan of me heading out of state for college, and he was even less of a fan of me signing with the hockey team, never mind the one in Canada. He wanted me to learn family business and run the ski resort until I'm old and gray like him. The idea of turning into my father has always been enough to kick my ass into gear to get my goals. I have I had better luck understanding cell structures if it wasn't constantly exhausted from my practice, not to mention keeping my clown teammates out of trouble. When Greg Lewinsky graduated and handed the captain torch to me last year and didn't prepare me for how much babysitting it takes to keep butts on the benches and ready to play. Robbie helps me out since his assignment to coach Faulkner after skiing accident in the junior year of high school. Robbie didn't regain movement in his legs and now uses a wheelchair. Is transferred. He transferred his skills, shouting shit at me on the ice, to shouting shit at me from the edge of the ice. He loves nothing more than waving his oversized clipboard in the direction and tell me to do better. The guys on my team love that I take the burnt of Robbie's abuse because it gives the rest of the team an easier time. The perfect example is a day like today. On Fridays, JJ and I have classes in the science building, so we are having a traditional of dragging ourselves over to the rink for practice via Dunkin' and pre-workout donuts. It's our little secret, but JJ knows if we get caught, I'll get blamed anyway, so he doesn't mind the risk. The last class of the day on Friday is our least favorite thing in the world, so I don't mind the risk either. I lazily scrolling over my feed while JJ outside his lab when I hear his cheery tone getting louder as he approaches me. You ready to get hangover ass kicked? You ready to get your hangover ass kicked? Are you serious right now, Cameron? Nothing a rainbow sprinkle can solve. Sweating out alcohol is good anyway. I'll get fleshed for tonight. I will get fresh in that flesh. Cameron, what's wrong with you? His brows furrowed together. What are you talking about? Have you not seen the group chat? The last thing I saw, Robbie decided we were throwing a party tonight. Our first game isn't for another 2 weeks, and it's tradition for us to bring the season with a party or 5. The season I pull out my phone, I can read the messages I haven't seen. Alright, so this is called the Puck Bunnies. I would kill myself if I was part of that. Okay, Bobby. Might be dying. Chris. Godspeed, buddy. Robbie. Drinks at ours tonight? Bobby. In the words of Michael Scott, I'm ready to get hurt again. Joe. I'll bring the tequila roulette board. Henry. Email from Fokker says to go to the awards room, not the rink. Jaden. What the fuck? Henry. An hour ago. I'll show you what the fuck. That's what I had to read. Okay. The wardroom is a function room in the central area of the sporting building. Most of us don't spend much time over there unless we're in trouble. It's where all the coaches work outside of practice and games. Is where ceremonies are held at the end of the year, and if we're Being called there means someone has massively fucked up, and I hope it wasn't me. I don't know what's going on, JJ says as we climb into my car. You know, Josh Money and the basketball guys is in my class. He said he said their practice has been canceled too. They have to go to the wardroom, but they've been told they're going 30 minutes after us. Fucking weird, man. That was the whole quote. It's the third week of the term. How much trouble could we get in? We're so much fucking in trouble. When we walk through the door, coach doesn't even look in our direction. Half of the team is already sitting in front of him, each wearing the identical realization. Fear. JJ takes a seat next to Henry, and I give him the look that says, "Find out, Captain." He gives me the look that says, "Find out, Captain." Neil Faulkner is not the man you want to get on your wrong side of your 3-time Stanley Cup winner before a drunk driver knocked you offside the road, shutting your arms and right leg, instantly ending your NHL career. I've watched his old game tapes countless time, and he was, no, still is the scariest motherfucker. So the fact he's sitting on a chair in front of the team, red face, like he's going to implode, but saying nothing, is triggering my fight or flight. But my team needs me, so I recklessly poke the bear. Coach, get your ass in the seat, Hawkins. What? I'm not going to tell you again. He's about to fucking fist him in the ass. Stumbling back to my teammates with my tail between my legs, they look even worse than they did a minute ago. I'm wrapping my brain trying to think of what we could have done, because there is no way he's angry over a house party we went last night. Apart from Henry, most of the underclassmen were there and were not old enough to drink, so we didn't invite them to the parties with us. Not to say they're not. Oh God. Not to say they're not all out. Not to say they're not all out getting wasted on frat row but at least not the one pulling the beer, not putting the beer in their hands when I'm supposed to be the responsible leader. When Joe and Bobby arrive and sit, Coach finally makes a move. Well, a huff, but at least something. In my 15 years at the school, I never been more ashamed as this morning. Fuck. Before we go on, does anyone have anything to say? He looks at each of us like we're waiting for someone to stand and confess, but I generally don't know what we're supposed to confess to. I've had the never been ashamed speech so many times since I joined the team. Hey everybody, back at it again with another voiceover while I blow my nose. I hate you, Tyler. It's a Faulkner special, but I've seen him look angrily, folding his arms across his chest and leans back in his chair and shakes his head. This morning when I arrived to the rink, I found it destroyed. So who's been causing trouble? College sports is full of traditions, some good, some bad, but traditions are all the same. Maple Hills is no different. Of each sport has its own quirks and superstitions, and gets passed down from year to year. Our pranks, reckless child pranks against each other, other teams, against other sports. I've been in enough of these Faulkner verbal beatings over the years to know I wasn't letting this happen during my time as captain. Egotistical testicles. Let me just look this up so I can say it correctly. Egotistical guys were fighting to outdo each other themselves until it got to the point the school was being forced to get involved. So our arena has been trash, and it means someone hasn't been listening to me. I creep forward slightly to get a better view of my teammates, and approximately 0.2 seconds to spot Russ, a sophomore who's been playing for us last year and right now looks like he's seen a ghost. Faulkner voices gets louder, and the point is echoing around the room. The director is furious. The dean is furious. I'm fucking furious. I thought we drawn a line under the prank bullshit. You're supposed to be men, not kids. I want to say something, but my mouth is dry as hell. I clear my throat, which does not help, but manage to capture the attention. Taking a sip of water, I finally managed to speak. We have drawn a line, coach. We haven't done anything. So someone spotting stage decided to smash the generator and cooling system. My rink is on its way to being a swimming pool, and you expect me to believe you clowns have nothing to do with it? This is really, really bad. The director is holding a meeting with every student athlete in 5 minutes. Buckle up, gentlemen. I have none of what you want. No, the director's holding a meeting with every student athlete in 5 minutes. Buckle up, gentlemen. I hope none of you want to make hockey your career. Have I said fuck? All right, chapter 2's done. The outro's playing now.
My mama don't like you and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong.